Happy Tuesday, everybody. We have another Tuesday video for you today. We're excited to have you listen to it. In times past, you've heard Dr. Zane and I discuss the nervous system and how it relates to chiropractic. In fact, chiropractic is all about the nervous system, right? In fact, it affects you all the time. So we're going to discuss it in further detail on this video segment. All body systems would be immobilized without the nervous system. It controls and regulates every body activity down to the workings of the tiniest cell.
Well, that sounds really important. And there's two really important parts of the nervous system. The first one is the part that you can control. That's like if you wanted to move your arm up like this, your nerves fire and tell those muscles to contract. And then there's a part that you can't control. This is all done automatically. It's called the autonomic nervous system. And there's a lot that's going on in the background, more than we can even understand.
That's true.
Health maintenance is the primary function of the brain, not educational thoughts, language, poetry, and other functions usually associated with the brain. That's a lot of stuff going on in the background, and that stuff that's promoting your health and keeping you healthy, that's all part of the autonomic nervous system.
Okay, so that's really important stuff. We're going to talk about the two components of that automatic or autonomic nervous system. One, the parasympathetic, that's kind of like rest, relaxation, digestion, all of those things. And then the sympathetic nervous system, which is fight and flight.
Yeah, that's when your body needs to ramp up its performance, and say a wild animal was attacking you or something like that. You would need to have a lot of increased blood flow to your muscles, probably less blood flow to your intestines and guts.
True.
And it's high performance mode. It's kind of like in those old Fast and the Furious videos.
Oh
where
yeah,
they
those are good.
inject that NOS into the engines to really ramp them up.
So if we talk a little bit about the balance in that autonomic nervous system, the parasympathetic, the rest, relaxation, digestion, and then of course we do need to have that sympathetic, the fight, flight in times of need. It would be terrible if you were running though all sympathetic all the time.
Yeah, and you probably know people like that, or maybe it's you who's feels like, you're always high strung, like you can't get good rest at night, you can't recover from any of daily life, you just feel fatigued all the time.
Those muscles can be tight up here and chronic knots there. Maybe your blood pressure and your heart rate's racing and a little over the top.
Yeah.
All of those sorts of symptoms you can see from running in fight-flight mode too much.
That's its job, but you don't want to be there all the time. You're not designed for that. It's like if you were in those movies again.
Oh yeah, so let's say, they pushed the NOS button and it was always on. Something's got to give, right?
Yeah, that can't be good. Too much NOS is no bueno. Too much sympathetic drive in your life is also no bueno.
That's right. And just like that car, it started to fail with all that NOS.
Yep.
Your body will start to fail as well. And that will show up in your spine. And you'll have spinal fixations, subluxations that cause nervous system interference.
Vertebral subluxations change the entire health of the body by causing structural dysfunction of the spine and nerve interference. So can you identify with being stuck in sympathetic overload? Maybe your muscles are tense, or maybe you're not getting good sleep, feel like you're ramped up all the time. That brings us to the question, what can you do about that?
I bet most of us are aware of lifestyle changes that could help, like eating properly, exercising regularly, those sorts of things. I think most people are pretty aware of those. But let's say that you're stuck in this sympathetic fight-flight mode. Then you must think about chiropractic.
Chiropractic is perfect for that. In fact, that explains why when people come in with neck pain or low back pain, often they come back and they report to us like, oh man, I slept so much better,
That's true.
my digestion was better, and they've just been overall feeling like a more state of ease in their life.
That's true. You hear that all the time. And there's a study that tells us that this is in fact what happens when you adjust the cervical spine. Your blood pressure, the diastolic side of it, lowers almost immediately, telling us we have more balance between that fight, flight, and the rest, relaxation, where the parasympathetic is coming up where it's supposed to be.
You probably can't get rid of all the stressors in your life, but that's okay because that's where chiropractic comes in.
That's right. It's our job to identify those subluxations that are creating imbalance between your parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system and causing that nerve interference that can create health problems in your future.
That way, your thumb doesn't always have to be on the nos.